Hello. Okay, hello friends. This is a new kind of series that I will do, and as you may listen to it or you will watch it on video, it's I'm starting a podcast. So what I will do is I will take the ideas that I got from you, my friends, and I will make an episode about it, and I will publish it sometimes a week, because it's different kind of ideas. I can show it to the camera, but then I can read it out loud for you listening on the podcast. But I got some different ideas on what to do, and it's about, let me check, it's like probably a 30, no, more than that, 40 ideas, 50 perhaps, all from palm oil and deforestation, and down to like how to stay active, training when having busy days, and stuff like that. But it's a lot of world problems that I want to talk about, and I really want to talk about them as well. And as I have mentioned on my YouTube, I really want to make a video a day on YouTube, and so these episodes will be one of them. But on my YouTube I will have more videos where I'm vlogging and stuff like that, stuff that I cannot show on a podcast. So yeah, but for these episodes or these videos that I'm making where I'm just sitting down, I thought it could be great to make it a podcast, because it's good to just listen along while you're cleaning your house, or maybe you're out running and you just want to check in with me, and stuff like that. So when I had this kind of new start, epiphany, I can say, I really want to be producing a lot of content. I find myself in a very good creative space when I'm creating content like every day, and whether it's for like YouTube or Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook perhaps, then I just feel really, really good. So I asked you that are watching, which I like to just call my friends, because I really feel that you are my friends, since you're paying attention to me, and while you're commenting or like sending me private messages, I will always answer. Like, you give me attention and I will give it straight back, and I try to give you some more than you're giving me. But yeah, this is just a journey, so it will be fun to see how it all adds up in the end. And like my talking, it's probably very messy right away. But okay, I'm gonna get to the point now. So I have all of these different ideas that I want to go through, and yeah, it's a lot. So I first thought about doing like good research, and then making a very solid episode on the topic. But if I'm going to do that, the episodes will come out like not so often, probably just a few a month, and yeah, it would just take up a lot of time that I will not prioritize right now. So so I have been doing a lot of research for the last 2 years, so I have some knowledge, I can say, and I have many different world problems that are like that really mean stuff to me. So I think the best thing for me is to find a topic, and I would just talk about it like this, just calm, and talk about it in a way and from the knowledge that I already have. So no research, just talking out loud about it, and what I think about it now, and why I care about it now, even though I may not know a lot, but I know that I know something at least. So yeah. So today's topic that I want to be talking about, or the topic for this specific episode is it's palm oil and deforestation. So okay, so this is probably one of the first world problems that I started to care about, because what I care about, or what I cared about the most, was environmentalism. So that means like climate change and all that stuff. So to take care of the planet is something that really, really means a lot to me. I've spent mostly of my childhood being outside running or just being in the woods or forest. It's just a really big part of my life, you know. So, but we don't have any rainforest in Norway, you know, or we have like a big like forest which is going from, I think it's going from like Norway and then to Russia and so on, and it's this belt of forest. But anyways, the deforestation. Oh yeah, it's not about the rainforest. It's actually palm oil and deforestation. Yeah. Okay. So then it's just all the deforestation. Oh wow. Okay. So then I guess the first question is, what is deforestation? And deforestation is when you cut down the forest, or cut down or burn it down or whatever, when you make the forest disappear. And you would do that because it's a lot of space, and you will have like a lot of different resources from a forest. So people are doing this deforestation, like cutting down or just taking away forest, so they can use it for money, whether it be for growing some stuff like they said, like palm trees to make palm oil, or it is to cut down just trees to like make the paper and build houses and pencils and yeah, just different products from sorry about the mess. Just different products that you can make out of trees, you know. But then it's also cutting away the trees so that you can use the area to something else, you know, build houses there, or you can grow something else there. And what they have been talking a lot about lately, or like then I mean like the late years, is this palm oil, because palm oil is the cheapest oil you can get. So it's like very easy for the companies to produce palm oil and to sell it. And I think we all know that companies, when they are making their products, and like a lot of things contains oil, and you can use so many different types of oil. And since palm oil is one of the cheapest ones, they of course want to buy that, because if they can get cheap oil, then they can profit more from their products. Oh yeah, okay. So, but the thing is, this palm oil has gone like through the roof, and it's mainly because like we have a lot of different like products that contains oil, and everybody want to have the cheapest oil. So therefore, I gotta think a little bit. Okay, so I was talking about the oil. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a fun journey. Oof. Okay. I just lay down in bed for you in the podcast. Okay. So, if everybody goes and buy palm oil, does this have consequences? I guess we can say it like that. And yes, it does, you know. And that's the bad thing, because then we can talk about deforestation. Because this is a huge business. It's happening a lot of deforestations because of this palm oil. And what is kind of crazy is that it's been so much pressure, like the last years, that companies that have been having palm oil in their products have shifted away and used another oil, because the market, like we people, are more conscious now, like, or we are more aware. I think that's the right word to say. Yeah, because we have this awareness of that it's actually happening, and before we didn't know. But when the truth arrives, we all want to do what's best for us, right? Or for the planet. Like, we all are just good people, I want to say. So, but it's hard for us to make a difference into something good when we don't know what bad we are contributing to, if that makes sense. So, like, we like before this palm oil became this big deal, nobody knew. Like, it's just palm oil is palm oil, or we everybody just have different kind of stuff going on in our lives, so we're not so educated before it goes viral, because the media catches up and are telling us, the people, like, yo, you gotta watch out for palm oil because palm oil is not good. And so therefore the customers, like we all, or many of us, have protested against palm oil, stuff like that, and the companies had made this change. So I think this is a very beautiful thing to look at, because you can really understand and see how good people can be when we first know that we can make a difference. Like, it's very easy for us to just go into the store and buy another type of oil. Like, we don't need palm oil, we have so many different oils. I don't like oil, by the way, but like, when you can choose between palm oil and like almond oil or something like that, olives oil, and we know that that like the other, like that we know that we have a better option and it's easy for us to do, then we want to do it. So that has been a very beautiful thing that that has happened to our world, and which I'm very grateful to see. But I want to talk more about deforestation, because yeah, like, palm oil is bad, but there is a much bigger, what can I say, bad guy out there, and people are getting more and more aware. And so I guess this is like the next thing that people will become aware of and then make a change. But it's not as, or I think it is just as easy to make the change, but it's kind of the opposite of what we have been grown up to. So yeah, I'm not going to talk around it anymore. It is animal agriculture. So palm oil is a bad guy, and we have noticed that, and we have done something about it. But the biggest guy is animal agriculture, and that is a fact that is like burned into my head. So animal agriculture is responsible for 91% of the deforestation of Amazon, which is barbaric. Like, it's yeah, it's just a crazy big fact. And I will of course link that below, so you can read in the description box and find it out. But it's from the documentary Cowspiracy, and then I can also link to the actual fact, like not to the movie, but to the where the original source is coming from, so that you can check it out if you don't know already. But I guess the ones who are listening to this podcast and watching this YouTube video have seen Cowspiracy. If not, that's definitely one you should check out, like now, like today. Like, you can quit this podcast or video and just go watch Cowspiracy, you know? It's on Netflix, I think. You can just search. But yeah. So, yeah. that's kind of the big guy. So if you really want to make a difference, and if you care about deforestation, like if you care about the environment, if you consider yourself an environmentalist, then it is necessary that you go vegan. It's just simple as that. I know that for many people this will be very conflicting, and you think that you can do a lot of other stuff to save it. Then I encourage you to, of course, do that as well. But the thing about going vegan is it's just so romantic in our lives. Like, I have only been vegan for 10 months now, and I was vegetarian for like 4 months before that. But like for 1.5 years ago, I still ate so much meat, and I couldn't imagine that I could live without it. So when I first began caring about this deforestation and environmentalism, and I read multiple times that going vegetarian or going vegan, yeah, it really helps, and just, yeah, going vegetarian doesn't help so much, so you have to go vegan if you want to help. But anyways, I read this a lot of places, and I was just laughing, just like, oh, come on, like, I can never go vegan, and like I gotta have my like double burger, cheese, bacon stuff. Like I worked at a gas station for some years ago, and I almost, like, in the lunch, almost every day I was working, I was having this huge, like the biggest burger we had, and with like extra bacon and stuff like that. Um, okay, now just my dad is, yeah, telling me to come, so I just gotta pause the podcast, and I'll be back soon. Okay, then we're back again. It's just my dad working in the garden, and he, yeah, was just telling me that he was done. So congrats, Dad, you're, yeah, hardworking man. Okay, back to what I was saying, was that I used to love meat, and I was watching all the different things telling me that I should go vegan or go vegetarian. So I get where people can come from when they say that, like, no, not possible, not me, I'm not going. But I think I would just like encourage you to just educate more, because you can still do a lot of things to do good, but then eventually you will realize that going vegetarian or going vegan is not a hard choice. It really isn't. Like, you just go to the grocery store and you can buy something else. Like, we have so much alternatives nowadays, so if you want to have something that tastes like meat, you can get it. Just go to the store where you live and ask them if they have any vegan meat or stuff like that. But then you will also like, I just gotta rant a little bit about this, because it's one of the easiest way to help deforestation. So if you care about deforestation, then please go ahead and go vegan. Like, go and educate yourself. And yeah, like, ask me for help if you need any. But it's just going to educate yourself, and while you educate yourself more and more, you just realize that it's so easy. It's very weird, because it's hard to go back to the place where I thought the opposite, and I thought that it couldn't happen. But it just happened. So yeah, wow, that's weird. But okay, so I guess that is it for like this episode. It's kind of messy, I know. It's not so professional, and it's a part of the journey. That's all I can say. I think, like, even if this is a bad episode, like it could always be better, but when you have something important to talk about, I feel you should just talk about it anyways. And I could spend like my whole day on just thinking about this deforestation and making it better, but I don't think that's worth it. I think that kind of perfection thought, that everything should be so perfect, can stop us from doing great things, you know. So I probably would have done this anyways, but maybe I would not have published this episode, or because I wanted to have it for myself and to check it out. But I think it's a good way to just show people that like wherever you are in life, you can always do something, and at least you can just try. So because I know for a fact that even though I may not have many followers or stuff like that, there can be like just one guy or one girl or one whatever that is watching me right now and just thinking about this deforestation a little bit more. And like you never know what that little bit could make of a difference. And I also know with this practice I will just become better and better. That's just a fact. And maybe I will get like 2 steps ahead, and then I will fall 1 big step back, but in the long term it doesn't care. Like I doesn't care. I don't. Yeah. I'm a bit I don't know. But so yeah, that's another message. It's just like, just do what you feel like you want to do. And I can also just mention quickly that I was launching this project of me not giving a fuck, and I just want to say that I meant like I do give a fuck about a lot of things, and that is really good. Like I really do care about humans, animals, planet. Like I care so much, it's insane. But I don't want to care about my shortcomings, or like when people are telling me bad stuff. Like I had some not so good messages, I can say, and it's kind of that I don't want to care about. All the other I care very much about. So project I don't give a fuck is just, I'm gonna make this video even though it's, or this episode, sorry for podcast listener, but I will make this anyways and just do it. And I may suck for like a year or 2 years or like maybe 10 years. I will just sit in this bed and talk about this podcast, and it will suck. But like it doesn't matter. I know I will reach people. I know I will get better, and then I will also have my mind almost daily thinking about some of the world problems, which is keeping me motivated. So now I want to research more about deforestation again, and I gotta keep that in mind, and I gotta keep all these different things in mind that just, we have so many things we have to fix, and we have so much time to do it, but the time is running away so fast. Yeah, whoa, that is a big fact about deforestation that I just gotta say. And if somebody is listening now, because this is a pretty long video or episode, I mean, if somebody is still listening now, can you please send me a message on Instagram DM and just say, hi, I listened to the episode. I just want to check, because then the views I get on YouTube and all of that is kind of fake, you know, because it's not people who are watching the whole video or episode. So I just want to know. But yeah, then the big fact is that how many species that go extinct because of the deforestation. And we have like some big numbers that are estimating that it's around 100 different species, of course different, but yeah, 100 species that are like dead every single day, like extinct every single day because of deforestation. But that's a pretty big number. And then you have a smaller estimate which says that it's around over 1,000 a year that goes extinct. But anyways, that is huge numbers, both of them. And I don't know about you, but for me at least, nature, like, we need animals out in the nature. And like, we need them because it's very beautiful, but we also need them for the ecosystem to go around. And the way we are, I guess you can think about it like that. Like, the way we are using our resources and the forest and stuff like that now, it's going so fast that we will run out, and then we will not have any trees left and stuff like that. And then, like, the photosynthesis, photos, yeah, it will just disappear, and we will destroy our planet for good, and we have nothing to take in our oxygen anymore. Of course we have the ocean, but we need our forest. It's where we have life on Earth. Like, oh wow, yeah, I'm just going through memory lane right now and thinking about all the studies that I've been reading for the past 2 years. But since I haven't done any research now, this is just what's coming on top of my head. But wow, yeah, if you have anything about deforestation that you want to talk more about, or stuff like that, and please leave me a comment. And yeah, but I also can say that I know this is very mature, but it's just how I am right now. So what I will do in the future, I have some projects, so I want to get real facts on this. So I will just say that it is coming, but that might take a year or something. But it is coming, because this is something we need to have clear right in front of us. What's happening? What are the consequences? And what can we do? But that will come. This is just some thoughts. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of palm oil, deforestation, and probably animal agriculture. So yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day. I really do. And I'm sending lots of love, which is important in this world. We need to make positivity louder. It's a big deal. Right now negativity is so high, and we gotta shut that down, because the world is more beautiful than many people can see, and then we're gonna help them see it. And when we help people with positivity, we get more positivity in our life. We can talk about that in another episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Yeah, this will be a fun start of the journey. I really want to talk so much more, but okay, but I will do that when I get my speaking skills better. Right now I think this is way better. Yeah. Okay, so please, if you like this episode, and if you're listening, and if you're seeing, please subscribe to me, like it, and tell me what you think. It means the world to me. It's not so many who are watching, or listening, so if you that actually are could give me a little bit of feedback, that would make all this better. So I would really appreciate that. And yeah, if you have something that you want me to talk about, then please do, because I have this book of mine, and I'm writing every single idea down, and I will make a video about every single thing that you, my friends, are telling me to do. So yeah, do that. I really like this new idea. Namaste and peace out.